Alright, so I got an article here. It's on archive, of course, because it's Kotaku. Kotaku sucks. I just want to laugh because this is funny. Gaming's latest AI woman recycles the usual sexist tropes. It's from some jabroni named Ashley Barden. There's the AI person, Anna, as I call her. When I first saw Anna, PlayerUnknown's Battleground publisher Krafton's attempt to put a face on his virtual or artificial virtual human technology, I was disappointed to see that this supposed Web 3.0 innovation was really just another pretty, pale girl. She's airbrushed, but still tangible. She's biting her tongue looking at you, and I fear she exists only to be looked at and not much else. Anyway, they released their first images of Anna on June 15th. We got two tight close-ups of a vaguely East Asian woman with all the expected e-girl accoutrements, dyed hair, and adventurous ear piercings. Anna, who was created with Unreal Engine, has a lightning bolt tattooed on her finger. It's clearly visible when she puts her pinky up to her lips to stare at you with clear, amorous intent. This person goes on to complain some more. They revealed the technology in February with a technical demonstration displaying motion capture-based vivid movements, pupil movements enabled by rigging technique, colorful facial expressions, and even the soft and baby hairs in the skin. The publisher announced its intent to use carefully designed virtual humans. Well, it just goes on and on. They talk about wanting to do more and everything. Then it goes back in 2011, differential female-coded virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa started to live in our devices and corroborate the popular image of a loving, supportive electronic woman most recently informed by future-focused Y2K media. Think Cortana and Halo in 2001, or a virtual pop star in Disney's 2004 movie Pixel Perfect, which is like I believe it's a Disney Channel original movie, is what they call them. I don't think it was an actual, theatrical movie, but whatever, I don't know. 2006, a man in Hong Kong spent $50,000 to build a robot that looked like Scarlett Johansson, who coincidentally voices the virtual assistant in the movie Her. We really haven't learned anything from that movie. It's just this person bitching and complaining. I'll link to this story here in the description box, if you want to read it for yourself. I wouldn't recommend it truly, because this is the part where she starts really getting into this bullshit. They've emphasized that female-coded robots alienate human women tech users and reward harmful stereotypes about women being servile and dedicated to whatever abuse they suffer. The problem is, if you have a female-voiced assistant, though that's patronizing, they're nothing but, slaves to us. But if you have a male voice, then there's bullshit about you're supporting the patriarchy by, supporting the idea that only a man's voice is authoritative and all that kind of shit and stuff. It's like, you just can't win with these idiots. But anyway, in 2019, the UNESCO organization released a publication arguing that Siri's female obsequiousness and the servility expressed by so many other digital assistants projected as young women provides a powerful illustration of gender biases coded into technology products, pervasive in the technology sector and apparent in digital skills education. But tech companies like Krafton continue to create within these gender biases, sewing them tighter and deeper into our societal fabric. It's like, well, what's your solution, stupid? Jesus Christ. It just goes on and on. This is, gaming's conflicted but addicted relationship to sex, the evil eye, the merciless, often or always appraising male gaze. Mainstream developers have on occasion attempted to move beyond the archetypical video game moment to embrace more realistic depictions. It's like, that happens all the time. Where the hell have you been? How many games come out or have come out in the last 5, 6, 7 years that aren't made with the whole SJW woke bullshit in mind? We gotta have real bodies and all this kind of stuff. It's like, come on, man. And she's like, character designs of women in video games at large remain recursive, buxom, and flexible. Again, it's like, have you not played a lot of the recent games? Here's a funny, and this part I thought was really funny. I love embracing my inner bimbo as much as anyone else, but when stiletto-heeled women with nipped waist are the only representation we have in video games, it reduces an entire gender into a repressive stereotype. Apparently, it's like, what's that joke? Tell me you've only played Bayonetta without telling me you've only played Bayonetta. Seriously, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it goes on and on and on, and it continues. Like I said, I'll link the thing, or link this story in the box if you want to read it. I wouldn't recommend it, because you kind of already know what she's going to say. It's just a bunch of bullshit. I've already gone almost 5 minutes, which is a lot longer than I'd wanted to, because it's just some dumb, stupid story from Kotaku. I expect no less. They're a bunch of idiots. Of course, they have no solutions. They just want to whine endlessly and complain. It's like, don't play these fucking games then, you morons. You know, if you're that offended by them, don't fucking play them. Don't buy them. Don't talk about them. Don't give them any publicity, etc. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up here, though. I thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.